how to manifest what you want into your life starting today. My name is Marta. Welcome to the channel of Awakened Women. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be talking today about how to start manifesting what you want into your life, and we talk about manifestation quite a lot in today's space on YouTube, on Instagram. Everyone talks about manifestation, but it took me years to understand what actually manifesting is and how it actually works. And today I'm going to bring to you a very technical way of how you can start manifesting, and there's 6 points that I'm going to present to you, and these points are very important for you to work with your energetic field, for you to start vibrating at the frequency that you want, that will be in alignment with what you're trying to manifest into your life. So I won't be telling you the tools. I'm sure I'm gonna create another video on the actual tools of manifestation, but today I would like to talk to you about how you can harness your energy, your energetic field, to put yourself in alignment with the things that you really want to manifest into your life. So we're going to essentially be talking about the law of resonance, and if we can understand that what we put out energetically into the field, into the world, is what we shall receive, we can then very quickly start realizing that every moment of every day we manifest all the time. The question is, what are you manifesting? What is the energy, what is the frequency that you find yourself in for majority of your day? And is your life, when you look around in your life, showing you that you're manifesting not the right things? So the things that you don't actually want, whether it is toxic relationships, whether it is the job that you don't really like, whether it is you feeling stuck in life. When we can start understanding that our energy and how we are and how we feel on every given moment of every day determines what we manifest into our life, we can then start harnessing that, and we can start working with that in a more aware and conscious way. So number 1, become aware of your thoughts and feelings. So awareness is the first step to any change. Awareness is what we need to bring, we need to have to make any significant change in our life. And when we can start being aware, and what I mean by that, in every moment of your day, if you can just be tapped into your physical body, into your emotional body, into your mental body, and just be aware. So part of your attention should always be within, so that you can understand, what am I manifesting right now? What is my frequency, and what am I putting out into the world? Becoming aware is to be tapped into that sense of self. And when we can become aware of those feelings and emotions and thoughts that we have, we can then work on anchoring them. So if you have a negative thought about yourself or others, or because just remember that your self-hatred or your negative self-talk about yourself is just as bad as you thinking badly about others. So essentially what we want to come to acceptance to the world around us, understand that everyone is on their journey, everyone is their own being, and how everyone is and how our circumstances are should never determine how we feel. But just the awareness of your thoughts is the first step to create a change in your energetical body. So, okay, Marta, so what do I do if I'm aware? So I'm aware of my negative self-talk. I'm aware that I'm anxious. I'm aware that I'm worried about tomorrow's meeting that I have. What do I do with that? Now, I believe that we as human beings, we have a free will, and that free will should be channeled into soothing ourselves and becoming powerful in our life. So the awareness of being, the awareness of knowing what thoughts and feelings I have in any given moment is the chance and the opportunity to start anchoring them in the different direction. In other words, if you have a negative thought in your head, you can stop yourself right there and you can choose different anchor thought. In other words, you are choosing the opposite thought. So if you have negative self-talk of I'm not worthy and I'm not enough, or I am not deserving of something, you can stop yourself and you can choose the opposite thought to that. In other words, I am deserving. And then also with that exercise, you can ask yourself a question: when in my life I felt deserving? Look for the proof. So your brain can start rewiring itself. And trust me when I say this, only at the beginning of your self-healing journey, of your self-love journey, will you have to do this work. Eventually, you will find that your brain will be rewired for the positive thoughts. It will start. It's not to say that you will never have negative thoughts again. Of course you will. We are human beings and we are wired to look for the faults to keep ourselves safe, and we will look for negative. Our brain will naturally go into the negative thoughts because it's looking for safety. It's constantly checking if you are safe. But when you start doing this work, you will find that less and less times you will find yourself in a negative spiral, because you are starting to rewire your brain and essentially changing limiting beliefs around yourself and the world when you do this. But awareness of the thoughts and feelings that you are having is number one point to start changing your frequency and what you vibrate at. Number two is create space to feel, process, and release emotions. Now, I had to put that point in because if we have a lot of feelings and emotions that have been suppressed for a very long time, which, let's be honest, a lot of us do, and pretty much majority of us do, because we have been brought up in this society, in this world, to be convenient, to not speak our truth, to be a good girl or a good boy, and to be obedient. So as children, we would have suppressed a lot of emotions and feelings. And as adult being, it is our responsibility for our mental health, for our longevity, for our joy in life. It is so crucial and important to allow yourself the space to feel, express, and release emotions. The only way for those stagnant emotions, or those distorted emotions from the past, to leave your body and to not affect you anymore is to feel them. And of course, creating a safe space for that is crucial, because you don't ever want to burst out your emotions and feelings onto others. You want to process them yourself. And the reason that I've included that in this video of manifestation is because not many people talk about what is actually happening when we have limiting beliefs, when we have suppressed emotions. All of that contributes to your frequency. All of that has an effect of what you vibrate on. So we have to do the hard work. Manifestation coaches, they tell you how to do it, but no one really talks about the fact that we have to take care of the baseline. We have to take care of, we can't neglect the things that need to be healed within us. We cannot just over and bypass and overlook those deep wounded inner child wounds that we carry, or the limiting beliefs that we still carry for a very long time, because they will always sabotage your manifestation. So create space to feel, process, and release emotions. And when I say create space, I mean I journal, I meditate, I sit with my emotions, I feel them. If I feel like crying, I will, with no judgment and with lots of compassion for myself, just cry and make that space for it. So this is what I mean by creating that space. You can journal about it if you don't feel like you have never felt properly, and you have never had that chance and that time. You have never taken the time to actually meet your emotions and see what they are at. And actually, some of us, I hear some of my clients say, I am just scared to feel, because I'm worried that if I'm going to start feeling this sadness that I know I carry within me, I will not get out of it. And trust me when I say this, if it's a controlled process of you releasing and you creating the space, you will not stay there. You will feel relieved, you will feel so much better, and you will then start vibrating at a higher frequency. Number 3 is your surroundings should never affect how you feel. Now, this one is a big one, and this is something I'm practicing right now, and I really find it hard, because I understand that oftentimes as human beings in this 3D world, we just allow for the external world to affect us. We make a story in our head of what things mean and what other people, places, opportunities, jobs, bosses, what their agenda is. We really take it personally. And I think that at the core of this point is to understand that life is all about the perception of it. So you can determine and you can decide how you see any situation in your life. So if you're going through a struggle time in your life, you can take yourself out of it almost and become the observer of your reality, and you can make a choice of how you're going to see it. Ask yourself a question. Do I have a mentality of a victim mentality where I think that life is happening to me? Or do I have a mentality of a creator and I understand that everything is happening for me, and everything in my life, every struggle, every difficulty is there to give me a lesson, to teach me something so that I can expand, so that I can progress and level up as a human being and as a soul. So it's so important to realize that your external world, your external reality should have nothing to do with how you perceive the world. It is all about mindset shift. You can honestly be in the middle of the hurricane. You can honestly be in the worst situation and take it with grace, and humbleness and compassion towards your journey, and almost get excited about what is this teaching me. Our perspective is very much determined by our experiences, by our limiting beliefs or belief system that we carry in general, our childhood, our conditioning. So just know that what you see and what you think is the worst thing that can possibly happen to you or is happening to you right now, it's not necessarily the worst thing that is happening, and it is all about shifting that perspective. And I'm not saying that the horrible things that are happening to us or difficulty to undermine them. I'm giving you the power, I'm giving you the sense of resilience and sense of empowerment so that you can definitely overcome any problems and almost take yourself away from it and just become the observer of your life, so that you can get the clarity and you can start shifting your frequency and just become more resilient, more equipped to deal with your life's struggles. And when we can do that, it's very powerful, because we can still then work with being more joyful, more grateful version of ourselves, more loving version of ourselves, and raise the frequency even in the times of struggle. Number 4, practice of detachment. Now, detachment is so important in life. I believe that it's a very powerful yet very difficult tool. It's a very powerful tool to detach from your circumstances, from the people around you. And when I say detach, I don't mean not like isolate yourself. That's completely different. Detachment is, you may love someone, but you understand they're on their own journey. You don't attach yourself to outcomes, to people, to circumstances. You understand that you are the soul having this human experience, and you have And you in that way can change the perspective at any given point in time as to how you would like to be seeing your life. But to detach means to be in a relationship, for instance, with someone, but then also don't feel like you have to, that your life relies on this person, or your worthiness relies on that. So this is why it's so important to work on your self-esteem and your self-love, because you need to become your own safety, your own security, your own mother, your own friend. When you can do that, you will stand into the power of your own resilience, of yourself. And what I mean by detachment, you then detach in a way where you love someone, but you just allow them to be them. You detach from the circumstance. You allow yourself to surrender to whatever life is presenting you with at given time. If you're not happy in your situation in life, if you don't like the job that you have, your relationship, you can detach yourself so that you can take that step back and then realize and gain clarity on what the next step should be. So detachment is very, very important whenever we want to manifest anything. To have a clear intention of what you want to manifest, write it down, visualize it, affirm it, and then detach from it. Because as soon as you know what you want, and then you cling on to having it, you are then pushing it away energetically. So the formula for manifestation is to have clarity, to know what you want, have a clear direction, clear goal of what is it that you want to attract. And I mean very, very detailed goal. That's the best way to write them down. And then detach from the outcome. Allow for the universe to take over, allow for the universe to do and to serve you. Another thing is open yourself to receiving. Oftentimes, especially women, I say this because I'm a woman and I work with women, but I see us women really struggling with receiving, with allowing for the universe to serve. And all of that stems from not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, not feeling fill in the blank. Allow yourself to receive. The universe is there to serve you. Universe wants the good for you. You are being guided, you are being supported. And we just have to allow for our energy to be open to receive. And so if you find yourself struggling to allow for a man to open the door for you, or if you find yourself that you really struggle to ask for help, this will be a very clear indication that you struggle with receiving. So allow yourself and change the mindset from, and I don't want to be too much of a trouble or problem to people, so I'm just not going to ask for help, or I'm just not going to ask, and I'm just going to do it all on my own. Shift that to, I am worthy of receiving. I am worthy of being worshipped. I am worthy of receiving help and receiving appreciation and receiving gifts, whatever that is for you. Receive. Allow yourself to receive. It's very feminine energy to receive. Number 6 is practice gratitude. Now, gratitude and love are the highest frequencies, and that's the highest vibration that you want to be on. And what I suggest is for you to practice gratitude and feeling the love in your heart every morning and after you wake up, and every evening before you go to bed. I definitely recommend that, because this beautiful practice not only heightens your frequency in the given moment, and you are ready for the day. Because trust me when I say this, when you start a day with the gratitude practice, all your day flows so easily. You start to attract smiles, people, opportunities, and honestly everything seems to be unfolding so easily for you because you start to vibrate at this higher frequency. And we have to understand that everything that we want in our life and whatever we want to attract, if we want to attract this love of our lives, we're going to have to vibrate at the high frequency that the love of your life is. In other words, if you imagine in your head that the most amazing relationship that you're trying to manifest, it feels nice, it feels warm, it feels abundant, it feels so beautiful. And that's the frequency that you want to put out, because universe always responds to your frequency. So whether that frequency is high, you should receive a high frequency in your life, and if it's low frequency, you shall receive that too. So we always manifest, no matter what we do. Every moment, every thought, every feeling is a frequency, and that is manifestation. So that's why it's so important to be aware and direct the energy where you want it to go and how you want it to be. You can decide. You are the creator of your life. And it is so powerful when we can start tapping into that wisdom. Last but not least, clear and cleanse your energetic field, your daily meditation, energetic bubble, and cutting cords. So this is my last point for today. Me, as a personal trainer, I work with people every day. As a coach, I have a lot of interaction with different energies, and what we need to understand that every time we interact with another human being, we exchange energy. We exchange energy constantly, even with those that we don't talk to or people that are surrounding us. And so it's so important to clear and cleanse your energy. The reason I say this is because I'm very sensitive to energies, and I can sense them. And I can see that they are really affecting my energy and my frequency, right? So we need to clear and cleanse it. And to do that, there is a beautiful meditation where you can essentially what you want to do, you want to imagine this gold bowl of light surrounding your body. Every single one of us has an energetic field. And this is not woo-woo, this is quantum physics. We know today that every human being, every plant, every animal, everything you can see, whether it's material in this material world, has a frequency. And so as you have a frequency, your heart has a very high frequency, our heart center. But in general, we have a frequency and we have our own energetical bubble. And so it's so important to cleanse that bubble. And there are many meditations on YouTube that you can tap into to cleanse your energy and to clear the energy surrounding you, and also to firm your bubble, because you want to imagine that your bubble, this is this golden, beautiful golden white light surrounding you, and it's full of love, abundance, happiness, joy, health, all of these things. And then it's a very firm bubble, so nothing can go through to it. Doing this daily will definitely and 100% make you feel better, make you feel more energized. You will find yourself that you will find it easier to overcome any negative self-talk. Energetically, our body, our physical body, our emotional body and mental body is very much affected by our energy body, our subtle body. So doing this work every day will allow you to maintain and keep your energy balanced. So energetical bubble, create energetical bubble every morning if you can. But essentially, it doesn't have to be every time you feel depleted, every time you had this encounter with this very toxic person, or someone that was really not even toxic, but they were struggling, and you feel like you've taken some of their energies. It is very, very amazing practice to cleanse your energy like that. And last thing I wanted to bring is to cut cords. So energetically, we as human beings are connecting, and you can be carrying within yourself, within your energetical body, you can be carrying your exes, your ex-friends, whoever that is, everyone that you've encountered in your life that you had some emotional attachment to. Energetical cord in you and this other person, and these energies can still be weighing you down. So it's so important to do this maintenance of your energy by cutting cords. There's so many meditations out there on YouTube. The one that I use is like 8 to 10 minutes. It's very short. I will link it in this video so you can try cutting cord meditation, and I do definitely recommend to cut cords with your exes, with any romantic relationships, with anyone really that you may feel intuitively that you are still bonded with. And this is so important because every time someone connects to your energy, connects the cords, if this person is negative or she or he doesn't wish you well, it's almost like a vampiric energy, and that sucks your life force out of you. So it's so important to take. Now this video was very technical when it comes to manifestation. In other words, what I wanted to tell you here is to maintain your everyday energy. It is important to have your clear intention on what you want to manifest into your life, but it is so important, and I don't think a lot of people talk about this. It's maintaining your baseline, so maintaining your energy every day, your energetical bubble, making sure that it's full of love, gratitude, and it's at a higher frequency so that you can start manifesting what you want into your life. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. If you watched this till the end, I can't express how grateful I am. I am Marta, and I'm here to serve you and to help you finding peace within yourself. I'm here to empower women. I am here to let you know that you are enough, that you are worthy and you belong, and I am so grateful for you. And subscribe to this channel, like and comment. I'd love to hear from you, and share this channel with those women that you love, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Take care.